Yeah, I think people should recognize that the AI propaganda is what we're seeing. If you think about the bishop, that's just AI propaganda. It's just controlling the masses into these idiotic perspectives, because the reality is the Hegelians are in control. Who are these people? It's the Catholics. What does the Bible say about Catholics? Godless people, godless, faithless, virtue signalers. Look at his whole cabinet, it's Catholic. They are as Christian as Jewish people are Christian. They're not Christian at all. Jewish people are not Christian at all. Jewish people are not even Jewish. They're not even Jewish. That's something, what does that mean? To them, being a dishonest entity is the divine entity. This is like, there's no truth beyond that. That's the only truth. There's no self. It's just the nothingness is everything equation that you see. That's quantum non-scientists use this all the time. With consciousness, they say there's no consciousness, there's no free will, and they have these perverse dogmas that they come up with. Once they conclude that there's no consciousness, there's no free will, they just become these unaccountable, faithless, godless people, which is what we see with the malignancy in government agencies or in anything, in corporatism. What's the problem with the corporatism? What's the problem with the government agencies? They're godless narcissists. That's what they are. It's 100 years ago, it was an understood concept that the communist and a capitalist is the same system. If you're a capitalist, same as communism. Communism and capitalism is identical. That's your biblical description of Catholicism. That's how the Bible describes Catholics. It's just this faithless, godless monetary system. And even though that's very obviously true, the Catholics have an ability to censor dialogues. They run the schools, they run the social media companies, they run the criminally illicit governments, and they're giving us this kabuki theater. You know, when they say, why do they have this homosexual bishop? It's part of the AI computer control method. It is determined that that's probably the best move to capture Earth, to take it away from humanity. How are these people going to take the Earth away from humanity? They're going to give them this propaganda. Everybody's going to sit on their hands, and it's it's a filthy concept. And again, I'll always say the very simple thing that people in the United States can do: stand up against censorship. That's, we can identify the individual censors. When the Democrats are in power, you can identify the individual communists in the Democrat Party who are filtering the dialogue, and you can find out who they are, what their names are. And here we got the supposed Republicans in power, and you can still find out who these people are, and they're all right-wing Catholics. Okay? The right-wing Catholics who believe in censorship. That's who's censoring us. But we can identify their personage. I know locally who these people are. I've found like 20 of them in the last month, that these people are screening over my dialogue and my comments, and then they're filtering it and then chiming in with their propaganda. They're all local. They live here. They live, within, blocks from where I am. And they're getting paid to control the religious, political, and economic dialogue. But my point is, in the United States, it's our responsibility to stand up against these apostates. You take your Bible, and when it's talking about the people who claiming to be Jewish who aren't Jewish, it's talking about these guys. It's not a mystery. The Bible defines what Jewish is. What are these people? Do they meet that criteria? No, they don't meet that criteria. And the Bible defines what a faithful person is. Do the Catholics meet that criteria? No, they don't meet that criteria.